I didn't start out in my life to be homeless, but I made some poor choices, and I wound up on the street.
I kind of sat back and I was like, oh my God, I have really just internalized the fact that I'm homeless, and I was really like, I really felt homeless, you know what I'm saying?
It makes you feel less than what you are. You don't even feel like a human being anymore.
And I never realized that homelessness is so real until you experience it yourself and you see the families out there with the children, or the women that's pregnant.
The face of homelessness is a child, is a mom with 3 kids, is a man who just lost his job and is totally confused and doesn't know what to do.
There's a lot of judgment, around not being able to hold your life together. And so when somebody experiences homelessness, something has happened. They've become ill, or they've lost somebody in their life or something.
The truth is, in Houston, there are over 200,000 households that have trouble making their rent. There's 100,000 families who have extreme housing needs where they're paying more than 50% of their income for rent. That literally means, you get paid twice a month, one check and more is going to cover your rent, and then the other check is everything else.
The larger portion of homeless individuals, when we ask them what was the trigger, what started you along the path that ended in your homelessness, more than 50% of the people tie it to an economic reason.
I couldn't pay my bills, so it's like, oh snap, where am I gonna live now? So I was staying with a friend, but she got evicted. The police threw all our stuff away. So I literally just have the clothes on my back and the outfit and, deodorant and stuff I got in my book bag.
No person deserves to sleep outside in the cold. I don't care who they are,
Emergency shelters have been saying for a long time that they are not the answer to homelessness. But I don't know that the system really listened to that. There was an unreasonable expectation placed on them that they could resolve what is, at its very core, a lack of access to affordable housing.
Rents are going up, and rents are continuing to go up. And one of the reasons that rents are going up, you can actually see it in the neighborhood that we're at here in the Galleria. There used to be naturally occurring affordable housing, and it's not subsidized by the government, it's just cheap apartments. And what's happening in this neighborhood and a lot of other inner loop neighborhoods is they get torn down for the land value, and luxury apartments go in, and so the affordable housing is becoming more and more rare.
In our system, the metric for ending homelessness is permanent housing placements and long-term housing stabilization.
It's a difference when you're in a shelter and they would tell us, ladies, this is your home for now. Treat it like it's your home. That's not your home. That's a stepping stone. Just passing by. But here, this is for life.
It's yours, it's your little sanctuary.
I have a door. The door makes their house a home. Being able to actually close that off, and have that time alone if they need it, have that security, being able to close themselves somewhere and be safe.
And then when we house one of them, then we start thinking they need something more than that, because now they're coming into these 4 walls, the apartment they can afford, and now they feel absolutely lost.
I try to do the little things, just to keep myself busy. But it's on the weekends that I find myself really, I find my depression coming back, because, I'm here by myself, and, you can watch TV all day, but eventually you're going to get tired of looking at it.
You know, I was thinking at first I was gonna go crazy. After a couple of times, I had to force myself kind of to go home. Like, no, don't just sit outside and go where you used to hang at. You know, go home. And now, you know, I'm learning to be at peace with nothing.
The first thing we need to really remember is when we talk about people who are experiencing homelessness, that they are still unique people, and just as each of us has a story, each of them has a story.
Don't cross the street when you see a homeless person coming. Acknowledge their presence. Let them know that they're not invisible. You know? Maybe you'll just get a sneer, but maybe you'll be looking into the eyes of someone who will go, thank you. At least you saw me.
Homeless people are just like you and me, and that they're people, and it's not some nameless, the homeless.
All we need is an opportunity for them to just be reintegrated. And so simple things, as I said before, return the humanity by just acknowledging them and saying good morning. That really goes a long way.
As we place individuals into permanent housing throughout our community, they still need community and they need connection. And maybe the role that you can play is that instead of feeding them when they're homeless and living on the streets, you can now go and be their friend. And you can go and support them in their housing environment and help them reconnect to our communities through activities and through socialization. And that might be a more powerful way to support your ministry.
But I want to keep doing what I'm doing to keep helping people, because people reached out to me and helped me. And that's the beauty of it.